Welcome back to another video here on Hostways Exotics. Get you guys set up. You guys kind of see what's going on. I hope everybody can hear me pretty good, of course. If I need to, I will pull out the old microphone and we'll get mic'd up. Meanwhile, we're going to put them on charger. Case we need. Oh shit. Jesus Christ, guys. Hope everybody can hear me okay. We got a lot of stuff to do today. So I hope you guys enjoy coming along the journey with me. Let's go ahead and get started moving some of this stuff around, cleaning this place up. Slowly but surely, we have been transforming this place. Into something worth keeping. But I will say, Rome wasn't built in a day, and my palace isn't either. So, as long as you guys keep supporting me, I will keep doing this thing that I love to do. I mean, I'll probably still do it even if you guys don't support me, but it definitely helps out a little bit to have some extra help taking care of my animalities and my reptiles. Oh, excuse me. All right. Try to go through and be as thorough as I can and talk about each species. I wish I had my laptop here for you. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna grab my laptop. All right. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, that I can monitor us on the live stream from here. Cool. So that's what we want to see. Everything's still rolling. Yeah, we're still good, huh? We got some people around here hanging out with us. Alright, guys, I'm just trying to see if I can check out some stuff on the live analytics while we are here. And maybe I can answer some questions and stuff on the live if you guys have them from my laptop. Okay, yeah, alright, cool. So that way I can leave my phone where it's at, and then I can chit chat with you guys while I still am doing my thing. Cool. It makes me happy. One more thing down. Alright, so got a couple of things that I need to get straightened out here. Get cleaned off on the table. Pieces need to be picked up. Take this inside. Move that for something else. This out the way. This one goes inside. That. You need to keep the cactus. So we're gonna get into some snakes, and we can talk about some snake stuff as well. I'm sitting here. Alright. Well, as always, we do need some gloves. Grab me an old pirate glove. What you guys think? Blue or black today? I think I'm blue. Might go buy me another box of gloves because I think they're going to be on sale. So I think that'll be a good time to get me another pair of gloves, another box of gloves. Trash bags, paper towels. Like the two major things of this week. We got to pick up trash bags and paper towels. Of course, we're not sponsored yet, but hopefully one of these days I can get sponsored by our good old friends at Harbor Freight, because I do use 90% of their stuff for my business here with my reptiles and things. You'd be surprised at some of the stuff that you can find at your hardware stores and places like that that's usable. Like all the cutting tree limbs and making decor and stuff for the tanks and gloves. Really a lot of stuff, to be honest with you. Put a move all on some stuff here. Alright. Coolio. I do a lot of stuff today, so. Alright. I'm sure you got some snakes, because obviously that's what you guys came here to see. Those guys got a little bit of shed we gotta get out. I see movement. There we go. Calm down, little buddy. Alright guys, so here is my little Nelson's albino milk snake here. And this is one of a few snakes that I have. This is the Lampropeltis triangulum creeper. What's going on? Appreciate you stopping by. So, like I said, comment and let me know. So the Lampropeltis triangulum nelsoni specifically, and this is a subspecies of the milk snake, native to central and western Mexico. They are solitary and nocturnal, and are typically about 3 to 3.5 feet long whenever they get fully grown. This guy is probably roughly like 2 feet, but he's probably get a whole lot thicker in his body, and maybe a little bit longer. But they're more usually like long, skinny snakes. Let's check out some of his little bones. Make sure he's doing good. He bit me just now, but that's fine. Bit the glove, I should say. He's getting pretty big, and he looks pretty healthy and good. So that's really my main concern with a lot of my different snakes and things. They are voracious eaters. Let's see what else. They live in forests and coastal plains, and often near water sources like irrigation canals and agricultural areas. And they spend a lot of time in burrows, logs, and rock crevices. You can tell this guy moves around a whole lot. But overall, they're probably one of the better beginner species of snakes to get. But they are, I wouldn't be one of the ones I'll be the first one I would get. You stop biting me. So this guy's getting a little insensitive. So we'll go ahead and get him put up somewhere while we clean out his cage. So he's getting safe. Close you right here. Needs to be cleaned out as well. Cleaning spray. Usually a pretty sweet snake. Alright, friend. Put you in here for right now. Lock you up. Cool. Got you guys. We'll get information on this and then we can move on. Excuse me. There we go. That's not the water one. Even when it comes to like simple stuff, kind of like pump sprayers, these things come in handy. Got a little bit of hydration, substrate, and this helps with humidity stuff. I'll probably be doing some care guide videos here soon. I got a couple videos I got to record today. On top of doing a little bit of a live stream, because I like to do live streams on Sundays, and I might have to start doing it every Sunday again, because I feel like that gets me closer to you guys, which is always a plus. And you guys get to really see who I am as a reptile keeper, and how I keep a lot of my animals, which I think I do pretty well, considering I'm a one-person show. You guys will get to see a lot of the rattlesnakes, and you'll probably be able to get to see my big water moccasin. Garbage. Pour this water out, get some fresh water too. Squared away with the water. And there it is. Let me see. Got to be in here somewhere. Okay, you gotta use this stuff. We'll do it. We'll be alright. What's up with the water? There's a water bowl back in here. You got a couple comments. He said, do you have bearded dragons? No, I don't have any bearded dragons. Not really a bearded dragon kind of guy. Lisa, what's going on? Thank you for coming through. Get my little friend. Yeah, better to go home. Once again, I can show you my little my milk snake friend here. Probably gonna call him Candy Cane or Christmas or what, but he's pretty cool looking coloration on him. Those little yellow, reds, and whites. So, you can go back in your home, go dig away, and close this up. And just smell that fuck out if you want. Alright, so that should be all we need this for. Well, let's get this out of the way. Excuse me. We don't need that until we get back over here. And I want to move this aquarium I got sitting right here. Better location. Exactly right. Maybe we can put this on the Alright, that clears out a whole lot of stuff. That way, access to all my animals will be good and clear. Alright. Who's next? Still with Slinky though. Alright guys, let me get this little friend out here. I don't grab him like that. Come here. Alright, there you go. See if I can center him up for you guys here. So if you see this little guy right here, this is a copperhead pit viper. He's a pretty cool little reptile. This is probably one of the best venomous snakes you can probably come across right here. This snake can be found across a lot of the eastern portion of the U.S. They're probably one of the most common venomous snakes that we have here in the U.S. But overall, they're pretty cool in my opinion. I thoroughly enjoy keeping them in captivity. Each one has a quite unique personality. Like, although I mentioned the scientific name, they're Echistodon contortrix. Compared to our worm mox in here, which is their sister species, the Echistodon piscivorus, but we'll get into them a little later. These guys can be found in a lot of the wooded areas, hiding under brush, and this is probably the one that most people get bit by. is a copperhead more or less than a rattlesnake. Because rattlesnakes most times will alert you as to where they are and where they're at. So as long as you're pretty alert, you can come across a rattlesnake. But copperheads, you know, they do rattle the tail, but they don't have a rattle. With this one, you can still see a little bit of this caudal lower tail, which is another signifying feature of the copperhead. And a lot of viper species, you know, little, they do have a caudal lure that they use to try to attract bugs and things. So that way they can try to get their own prey items and stuff. But this does go away as they do get older. And the coloration can change, because when these guys were first born, they were kind of pale looking, really small, but they grew up and their color came in really good. And I thoroughly enjoy these little baby snakes, having them here. I want to say they're getting close to about 2 years old now, so they're pretty big. Excuse me. Locked. Now we go in here, get some cleaning done. Check the comments and just a memento. It's a little long in here though. Cut the heater down a little bit. I don't think it's all the heat at the moment right now, so that way we can get this place cooled down a little bit, because it's a little cool. So let's be hot. Hot in here. It's getting hot in here. So I gotta feed these little turds today though. Clean out this little bucket and then we'll keep on rolling and going. So I gotta change out the substrate pretty soon, believe it or not. Alright. We got a couple people in there hanging out with us. We appreciate everybody coming through, hanging out. And then show you what our little enclosure looks like over here. So this is the one of the copperhead enclosures. Pretty, I don't know, it's pretty basic looking stuff. Just supplying them all their basic needs. Make sure they're taken care of. And once we get a little bit bigger and we have some more free time, we can make some more naturalistic enclosures and stuff, and add some more stuff to some of the ones that we got over here. So, good stuff. But overall, we do got red pit viper here. See if we can. She got a little closer in there. Pretty cool little snaky snake, in my opinion. I like them a lot. Still a little bit on the nippy side, I can tell you that much. They ain't quite calmed down like I would like. Put these wide doors right here real quick. Thinking about it. 2 paper towels. 1 clean lotion. Alright. Awesome sauce. Got scooping stuff in here we gotta get out. Bite here. Turn that off. Put that on the back side here. It's gonna fall off anyway. There you go. And this is another thing, if you don't have any snakes on the hook, then they'll really get used to kind of sitting there and kind of keeping themselves balanced on the hook. Because some of our rattlesnakes, they're not too good at it. Well, using snake handling skills for the most part. But you know, a lot of my snakes, they're pretty good. So, I mean, I can't really complain too much. But you can see there's a little bit of difference in it. I think one of these is a male and one's a female. I'm not too sure. I haven't had a chance to probe them yet to see. But overall, I kind of got that general idea from it. Because they are a little bit different sizing, and I do feed them on pretty much the same basis. So I assume that'd be why. Locked. We need to get the drill. need a wire wheel, which I thought I had out somewhere. Guess not. There's a wire wheel there. Guess not. So this way, so I'm going to cut it out right now. I was going to show you guys a trick. I appreciate everybody coming through and hanging out with us. We got who? We got Rick Sanchez. What's going on? Do you venomous for milking or education or just for fun? Well, I keep a lot of these venomous snakes just for educational purposes, so that way I can talk to them about you guys. Look for information, and I think it's a good hobby for me because it's relatively relaxing. You keep snakes in general. They're just a little bit more challenging, I should say, with the venomous snakes because they are a little bit more dangerous compared to some of my non-venomous snakes. But they got both. And I got a crested gecko breeding project on the way that I have been working on. Cool. There, here you go, guys, one more time. Second copperhead pit viper, another awesome species here. Not too reactive to the hands and stuff, so that's good, but I would definitely not try to touch this snake, especially right now at this particular moment, because more than likely they will bite you. Even though they're one of the more timid species, because that's why a lot of people start with copperheads because of their, their nice, calm, and collected nature. But they're still a venomous snake, and they do have one of the least potent venoms here in the U.S. I will say about that as well. But regardless of how potent it is, it's still venom, and you're not going to be okay. You could lose body parts. You could go into anaphylactic shock. You could be allergic to it. There's a lot of different variables that could come into play. A lot of people, you won't even know that you're allergic to snake venom until you get bit. And you can also get snake allergies over time, or venom allergies over time. So, I mean, that's a thing. That's how old Dingo Dinkman that's how that happened with him, because he developed a snake allergy because he got bit by, I think, a black mamba at first, and I went from there. Turn the light back on. Lock them up. Lock them up. views, not too bad, guys. We got plenty more snakes to go. I think today is going to be feeding week for a lot of snakes. I'm not throwing my shit around. Excuse me, French. Avid French speaker over here. Sacre bleu. Sir. Of course, Uncle Frankie over here. What, man? You hungry? Is that what it is? I mean, every couple weeks, my fat ass needs to get some weight off. Now, this one ain't too big of a deal. It's just a little ball python friend here. Got some water. Ow. Yeah, do that. Which this one I will go back through and I will get out another ball python to kind of talk about him. He's kind of tucked away in his little home and I don't want to pull him out of his little home. This little deal, clean off some glass. And this enclosure. Sweep everything up. Put it down. Check all buddy down here. Cleaned out with some solution. Motherfucker is locked. Good word, Snake. I'm the captain now. I'm the captain now. Alright. Here's a liquid hydration. Waiting on the baby to wake up, and then I have to cut the live a little short today, but if he's longer, he sleeps longer, we'll stay live. I know we ain't not really been doing too much interesting stuff. Right. Cool. We connected in. So maybe the audio will be a little bit better for us. We can kind of leave that sitting there like that. And that might be something I upgrade and work on, because I just got my wireless mics replaced, and maybe I need to get one that I use for my phone to do live, because I'm upgrading my phone this year too. Income tax time probably, because I've been using the same one. I gotta get a little bit better iPhone. Which this one, man, is good, but you know, did I even wipe the camera off? Mentioning that just now, made me think about that. But my camera is cracked on this one. It's not cracked enough where it make a difference. Cool. Alright, let's work on our big boy here. A little bit of that. Take out old Frankie here. I think put this on top here right now. Thought it was a mosquito. I'm like, well, this is the wrong time of year to be having the dang mosquitoes. Now, behold, my water moccasin friend here, Frankie, aka Sniper the Pit Viper, who shits in his water bowl every week, religiously. Come on, big man. I'm trying to get a handle on this big ass. It's just so damn big. Well, if you wasn't so fucking big, you wouldn't have this problem, you fat bastard. Alright. Well, this is him. He's a great biggin. Because I always want to make sure I'm supporting the good portion of his body, so that way he can stay good and comfortable. This is Sniper the Pit Viper, the water moccasin, the Kisserdon Contortrix. A very awesome pit viper, and one of the larger ones, as you can see, as far as it goes towards pit vipers and not rattlesnakes, which rattlesnakes are pit vipers, but needless to say, a little bit different than snakes because they don't have rattles and things like that. But he's a pretty awesome snake. Raised him since he was a baby, and he was only like 6 or 7 inches long. And now he's a big 20-pound or 15-pound water moccasin. These guys can be found in a lot of the eastern portion of the U.S. There's a couple subspecies of water moccasin here. There's the western water moccasin. You have your eastern water moccasin. And then you also have your Florida water moccasin. Because Florida's always the one to come up with some new stuff. Always Florida. They can interbreed with our copperhead species, and they make what is known as cottonhead, which is something that should be mentioned. I'm not too sure if that's going to be a possibility for us to do because of him being a male water moccasin. I'm pretty sure that, to make it work, it needs to be a female water moccasin, probably with a male copperhead, because that's the only way it's been done. It doesn't really occur naturally in the wild because they do have a different habitat. But they can interbreed. And that proves that they're a very closely related species, because if they're not closely related, that wouldn't be a thing. Alright, let's give them a little bit of liquid hydration to this whole enclosure here. Everybody needs some hydration in their life. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. I ain't even drunk no coffee today. What? Hey, y'all just not gonna let me. They ain't gonna tell me about my coffee, man. Y'all used to remind me about my coffee. I ain't even drunk a sip of it. And you see, I'm acting this crazy without coffee. Considering look at my Palm Pilot. Probably 6 o'clock in the morning. At least about 5:30, 5:45. And I was right. Amanda Lorenzo, what's going on? Sorry, I just had a second to check my chat and all. What's going on? Hope everything's been good. Appreciate you for coming through and hanging out with me. It's been a pretty good day. All right, Frankie. Get you back in your home. Show people what you made of. Now we showed you how to single hand and hold them with your backhand, and now we're gonna double hook. Figure out how we're gonna do this. A lot of times double hooking, you gotta be pretty ambidextrous. swap hands independently because I do have a little bit bigger snake hook here. Which double hooking is probably the safest way to actually handle your venomous snake. So the snake hook on the right, or my left, your right. This one is a little bit bigger and wider snake hook to help support their body because they do have a lot of little bones and stuff that are very fragile. So you got to be real careful, and that's what this snake hook helps to achieve with a little bit bigger body snakes. So want to make sure you get his back third of his body with that, and then the front third of his body with the smaller one. I actually use that quite a bit, and that keeps me 100%. I don't even say 100% safe, but it's all dependent upon how you use your tools and if you're using them correctly. I still didn't even drink my coffee. Got distracted. I'll give you a close up of his little enclosure here in a minute. I'll get him locked back up and secured. Cool. How about the air conditioner finally cool this place down a little bit. There you guys go. Alright, sorry, I had to spit real quick. So yeah, that's old Frankie, the water moccasin. He's doing his thing. Sniper the pit viper, if you may. Which I will. Another thing about them, they are way more vivid colored species as babies. So you can still see a lot of his striping and coloration here as an adult. I do believe he may be a Florida water moccasin because I ordered an Eastern, but may have got sent that because I've seen generally water moccasins, they turn pretty much fully black as they get older, and they change because they did have a caudal lure when I first got them. You have to go back and watch some of the earlier videos, like from the unboxing and things like that. Kind of go from there. So give you guys kind of a little bit of an overview of what we've done so far. We got a copperhead, other copperhead. He's over there doing his thing. We got our milk snake enclosure over here. I gotta add a little bit more greenery in this one. I had to take some out and reuse it for something else. And then we got a ball python enclosure, and then we got our boa constrictor. He's down here doing this thing, hiding under the mulch. But yeah, guys. So that's him, old Sniper, the pit viper. What you guys think of him? But let's keep on going, and in just a minute, I'm gonna make sure he's still snoozing. Nope. Well, I gotta cut this live a little bit short, guys, because I gotta go feed the baby. Baby? Definitely. Well, thanks for all the hearts and smiles and everything, everybody. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright guys, well I will be back live here in like another, probably about 9 o'clock, and we'll come back out here and finish cleaning some more snake stuff. So we'll see you guys in just a little while. So make sure you guys tune back in here and we'll be right back.